The impact of COVID on small businesses has been devastating, and the fitness industry has been no exception. And Deco Fitness has been no exception. Between a complete shutdown, partial and limited reopenings, and capacity restrictions, we took a hard and honest look at our business and have made the really difficult decision to walk away from our physical location at the end of this month. But if there is one thing that we've learned, it's that providing support, tough workouts, and excellent coaching, that maintaining community and real lasting relationships, these things are not limited to in-person interactions. So while this is the end of one chapter for Deco Fitness, it's the start of another one. You're not getting rid of me that easily. Tune in next week when I share an even more compelling reason why Deco Fitness is starting a new chapter and what you can expect from us going forward. Enjoy this week's episode of BFit-TV. Happy Sunday and welcome to BFit-TV. I'm Leslie Friedman, owner of Deco Fitness in Denver, Colorado. This week, we learn just how quickly you lose muscle mass when you take a break from lifting. Spoiler alert, it's not as quickly as you may think. We talk with a local nutrition expert about the dietary needs for women after the age of 40, and in our BFit tip of the week, 8 dumbbell movements that can help you maintain those barbell gains. Think you lost all your gains while your gym was closed and you had to work out at home? Even though your 1 rep max may seem like a distant dream right now, you'd be surprised how much strength you've maintained if you've participated in at-home workouts using equipment like dumbbells, kettlebells, and even your body weight. According to an article from medium.com, most of the losses occur in the first 4 weeks, and overall muscle size then stabilizes thereafter. However, when we start lifting again, hypertrophy, increase in muscle size, occurs more quickly than it did the first time we trained the muscle, which means that we can get back to where we left off relatively quickly. But the proof is in the pudding. Like, what does that phrase even mean? Anywho, we've been reopened about 2 months now, and we've already seen some of our members setting new personal records after nearly 4 months without touching a barbell. Stay tuned for our BFit tip of the week for some at-home movements you can do to support your gains inside the gym. Ladies, 40 is a bitch. Am I right? You eat the right things, you exercise regularly, and somehow your 40-year-old body decides that you can do no right. So why is that? This week, I sat down with registered dietitian Jen Scheinman to talk about the unique and changing dietary needs for women after the age of 40. Hello, Jen.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and your background.
Yeah, so I am a registered dietitian and I have a master's degree in integrative and functional nutrition. I have been working in the nutrition field for, gosh, I hate to age myself, but over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And most recently, over the past couple of years, I've started my own private practice, really kind of helping women in midlife deal with sort of all the changes that happen as we start to get older, and really prepping ourselves for the second half of life.
So what made you decide to target that demographic specifically?
Well, I think what really happened was when I turned 40, I had heard this complaint from a lot of my clients. It's sort of like I wake up one day and I turn 40 and everything that was working for me didn't work anymore. And I don't want to say I didn't believe it, but I always sort of was like, well, there may be something you're doing different. And then it happened to me.
What would you say are the main differences that you start to notice women need in terms of their dietary needs after the age of 40?
So this is certainly a generalization, but the changes in hormones really play an impact in our mood, in our sleep, in how we respond to stress, where and how we store fat, and just how our metabolism works.
Yeah.
And so it can really be a challenge to sort of figure some of that stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot, I believe, of like the psychology around eating as well and why we eat. And many of the women that I work with have sort of been on diets for their entire life. Like sometimes I even see women who've started dieting at like 8 or something like that. And so they have this just like relationship with food that is not really ideal. So it's not necessarily like a biological nutritional implication, but just kind of really starting to heal some of that emotional response to food.
Yeah.
And just changes actually as like, we start to get older, our digestive system starts to slow down. So we aren't digesting and absorbing food and nutrients as well as we used to. And a lot of more chronic conditions are starting to sneak up on us. We may be less active due to some joint pain. So all of that sort of plays a role, sort of nutritionally speaking, and just kind of in the total wellness picture.
What are 3 things that we can all do on a daily basis to improve our overall nutrition?
So I'd say eat more plants.
Okay.
And I don't mean necessarily like be vegan or vegetarian. I just mean like every meal should have a rainbow of fruits, vegetables on your plate. And so many people don't have enough of that. So I think that would be my number 1 thing, is eat more plants at every meal if possible.
Okay.
Number 2 would be probably to eat real food, as little as possible coming from a box or package. So having things that look as close to what they look like coming from the ground.
Okay.
And then 3, this is a little more into like the psychology of it, but like really trying to just let go of like the guilt around food. I mean, a cookie is just a cookie, and not really giving it any more power than it deserves, and just really starting to explore relationships with food and why we eat certain things. And I think as soon as we start to make foods bad or good or forbidden, it becomes that much harder to keep them out of our diet or control how we eat. So I think those would be good 3.
That's great. It's like eating a cookie does not mean you're a bad person.
No.
But it's that, like, I think a lot of people will hear that and go, oh, I did need to hear that.
Like literally a cookie is just a cookie.
Anything else you would like to add?
No, I mean, I think I just I appreciate you inviting me to be on here. As I said, I just like love working with this population, because I think I was one of those people who I turned 40 and was literally like, life is over. And then had this moment of like, no, it's literally just beginning. And I just want men as well, but everybody to just feel like the second half of life is just as important as the first half of life. We have a lot more living to do. And I think that how we take care of ourselves at this point in our life makes all the difference for how much enjoyment we can have. Like none of us want to live a long life if we're going to be in a wheelchair. We want to live a healthy life where we can be active and enjoy the people that that we love and the activities that we love to do. And so it's not too late is kind of my message, is you can start taking care of yourself at any point.
Yeah, that's a great message.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This was great information.
Yay.
In this week's BFit tip of the week, here are 8 at-home movements you can do with a single dumbbell that will support your barbell gains in the gym. This week, we give some local business love to, Jen Scheinman Nutrition, of course. Visit her website to learn about her services and offerings at jenscheinman.com. Thanks for tuning in to BFit-TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, or send us an email to find out how you can get a free 1-week trial to join our virtual fitness community with daily live workouts, virtual community events, and the friendliest fit fam you'll find. All the information is in our description. Have a wonderful week, fam. Okay, I got that one.
That was good. Yeah. What was that word?
Yeah, hypertrophy.
Hypertrophy? Oh my God.